I am here today at the Fisher Store Cemetery, about 10 minutes north of Canyon Lake, Texas, searching for the grave of Johnny Boyett, the man who gunned down Warren Earp. As I walk and search for his grave, I will attempt to tell the story of Johnny and Warren. I may pause for a second or two if I see any interesting graves or happen to pass the grave of Johnny's brother. John Nathan Boyett rode into Arizona Territory in the late 1880s, hoping to become a successful rancher. Known to friends as Johnny, he had no way of knowing he would become a much sought-after curiosity, the object of gossip and speculation, a disappointment to his own family, and the man to put the only Earp buried in Arizona into his grave. In Arizona, Boyett had forged an important alliance with the family of Henry Clay Hooker, owner of the sprawling Sierra Bonita Ranch north of Wilcox. While working his own ranch, Boyett served as a range foreman for Ed Hooker at his ranch. It lay just 4 miles from the main Hooker headquarters, where Johnny often took meals with the family. Warren had no known profession except for owning a racehorse and occasionally driving stagecoaches, and drifted in and out of Tombstone, Arizona Territory. Warren was in Tombstone when an assassin shot down Morgan on March 18, 1882. Wyatt Earp's vendetta against the Cowboys followed, and Warren participated in the manhunt, after which Warren went to California and hung around his father's house in San Bernardino until 1893. In the early morning hours of July 6, 1900, Warren took a fatal bullet at the headquarters saloon in Wilcox. Boyett and Earp walked into the saloon together at about 1:30 a.m., arguing between themselves. Both likely had been drinking elsewhere. Some men playing cards overheard Warren telling Johnny he'd learned Boyett had been offered $150 to kill him. Johnny answered that he wasn't looking for trouble, to which Warren taunted, "Go get your gun, I have mine!" Boyett shouted, "I'm not afraid!" then stormed out of the saloon. Earp, meanwhile, ducked out the back. Minutes later, Boyett burst through the front door, gripping a 6-shooter in each hand. "Where is that son of a bitch?" he shouted. Earp would have been wise to stay away, but he walked back into the barroom, where he dared the enraged Boyett to shoot. Warren even advanced toward Johnny, jeering as he opened his coat to make a better target. 4 shots rang out, perhaps by way of a warning, but Earp didn't turn away. The 5th shot found Warren's heart, killing him instantly. Sheriff George McKittrick arrested Johnny. In the morning, a coroner's inquest found that Earp had met his death from a bullet fired by Boyett. At a preliminary hearing that afternoon, Judge William F. Nichols, finding insufficient evidence to bring an indictment, promptly released Johnny. That same afternoon, a burial crew lowered Warren's body into an unmarked grave in the southwest corner of the Wilcox Pioneer Cemetery. Thus, Johnny Boyett walked away a free man, and townspeople quietly swept the saloon killing under the rug. Perhaps fearing retaliation from Warren's older brothers, he sold his holdings in Arizona Territory and returned to Texas. Boyett died in Hays County, Texas on December 16, 1919, at age 57. He was buried at the Fisher Store Cemetery. He had no wife or children, and the newspapers record no obituary. Even the information on his death certificate is scant. He had been a private man and would no doubt be forgotten today had he not encountered one of the Earps, quarreled with him, and shot him dead. Boyett took with him to the grave details of the shooting tragedy in an Arizona saloon. So next time you pass through this part of Texas, stop in and pay your respects.